Dear friends, in this video we will see what is e-commerce, what are the advantages and disadvantages of e-commerce business. Okay. First of all, what is e-commerce business? 1 minute. So e-commerce means it is called electronic commerce, right? In short, we call it as e-commerce. In colloquial terms, we call this e-commerce business as online business. Okay. So that is the definition of that is the meaning of e-commerce. Okay. And when you define e-commerce, e-commerce business means buying and selling of goods and services by means of internet, right? And it includes online shopping, online payment gateways, that is online payment transactions, and also online actions, right? So e-commerce means buying and selling of goods and services through internet or through online mode, that we call it as e-commerce business. Okay. And what are the advantages of e-commerce business? As far as e-commerce business is concerned, we have both advantages and disadvantages in this business operation. First of all, let us discuss about e-commerce business advantages or plus points. It has advantages to both the buyer and also the seller. From the seller point of view, the main advantages is that there is no overhead cost. Overhead cost include the physical stores, right? Establishing the physical store, that is not available, that is not required in e-commerce business. So if you own that particular concerned building, right, then you need to invest on that building, which is not required if you go for e-commerce business. Then suppose if you have taken rental building, then there is no need to pay rent for that particular store, right? So no rent, right? So no need of physical store. That is the major main overhead cost. Apart from that, the other overhead cost is there is no requirement to pay salaries to the staff, right? Initially, but later on, if your business develops in a very good way, then definitely you need to put up few employees. So that is different. But initially, you no need to pay any staff salary, right? So that is another overhead cost involved. Okay. Then EB charges, that is electricity bill, you will not get any bills, right, if you don't have any physical store. So that can be avoided, EB bills. Then other expenses like tea expenses, other tax expenses for the particular shop. So all these are not available if you go for e-commerce business. That means the seller has minimum overhead cost or no overhead cost, right? No need to pay rent, no staff salaries, no EV bill charges, no other expenses with respect to owning a physical store. And if you don't own a physical store, right, then you can use that use the space in your home or house and utilize that for the purpose of e-commerce business. So there is nil overhead cost involved, especially with respect to seller point of view, right? Another advantage to the seller is that the business has no limit or no boundaries, right? You can sell products to within your district, within your state, right? If you are in India, within South India you can sell, right? Then you can sell products in North India, you can sell products in Northeast side, right? And not only this, you can sell products away from India, that is you can sell in US, you can sell in UK, you can sell in Australia, right? So any country you want across the globe where the e-commerce platforms are available, you can sell your products and your products become visible. Okay. So the expansion, that is the global reach, you will get in this e-commerce business. If you consider a physical store you are having, which is an offline business, then only that particular area people you get the visibility, right? So far off people quite very difficult to get business from, whereas in the case of e-commerce business you can get good business within India and also outside India. And if you want to do e-commerce business outside India, which is called as retail exports, that you can do by giving a by subscribing to a monthly fee, right, around 3,000 rupees or so. I think some $29 or $39 are available for a subscription, in especially the case of Amazon, right? You can export your products, you can just like what you do in FBA, that is fulfillment by Amazon business, FBA go down, right? You can store your products outside outside India, or especially in US, UK or any other country, Singapore, Canada, right, Thailand, whatever it is, right? So the expansion, right, the global audience is high in the case of e-commerce business. That is the second major advantage to the seller. And third major advantage to the seller is that the scalability, right? Business scalability is very high in the case of e-commerce business. That is, you can add more and more products, you can include many number of categories of products, right? So as you add up more and more products, 1,000, 2,000, 3,000, 5,000, 10,000, your marketing reach expands. And once the marketing reach expands, when you include more number of listings, right, then automatically you will get good number of good business, good value of business. It can turn from few thousands to few lakhs, crossing crores, right? I could find so many crorepathies who are doing good business with Amazon, right, and also in Flipkart. So that is the third good scalability of business you can do in e-commerce business. Okay. And fourth major advantage of e-commerce business to sellers is that you can provide the buyers with huge number of products, right, and you can ensure that your customer or your buyer, right, the sellers can provide the buyers numerous products in their hand. If they use their mobile phones, they can use their mobile phones to browse through the various products, right, huge number of products which are available, right. At the same time, it is not only for the sellers, also for the buyers, it is convenient for them to browse through the various products, right, anytime, 24 hours, anytime, night 12 o'clock or night 1 o'clock. So whatever the time it is, they can able to browse through it, they can shop products, right, and they can get the products at their doorstep itself. So this is the major advantage to the buyer itself. Okay. And another important feature or another important advantage to the seller is that they can they can they no need to travel to a particular shopping complex or far off places, right, and buy the products. It is not at all required for the buyer. They can sit in their own home, they can order the products. So that is the beauty of e-commerce business, and that is the main plus point for the buyer in e-commerce business. Okay, and this advantages we need to utilize it for the betterment of the business operations, right. And despite these advantages, there are certain limitations or disadvantages in e-commerce business too. And if you talk about disadvantages in e-commerce business, number one disadvantage is that the buyer, right, the buyer, if you want to buy certain products, especially in the case of textiles and cosmetics, when they feel the product, physically feel the product, so that feeling you will not get in the case of e-commerce business, which is the major drawback which you could say, right. Mostly this disadvantage is based on the product category, right, especially with respect to cosmetics and textiles. And other products it's okay, right. Especially these two categories, these two type of products, right, the buyer find it cannot feel the product, right. Once the buyer feel the product, then it would be easy for them to decide, right. But that is not available in the case of e-commerce business. So that is the only disadvantage to the buyer, right. And another disadvantage to the buyer is that there are a lot of online frauds which are happening, right. So they may be the subject to such type of online frauds, and lot of data thefts like sharing of the mobile numbers, email IDs with some third parties, and which in turn they will contact you, they will try to contact you, they will try to influence you. So all this may happen, and that is another major drawback of e-commerce business, right. Disadvantages of e-commerce business, that is data breach and cyber security issues, right. And with these few words, let us summarize. E-commerce business means electronic commerce, that is buying and selling of goods and or services through internet, right, through online mode, that we call it as e-commerce business. And the main advantages of e-commerce business is that lot of varieties available, and lot of rare products the buyers can find. As per with respect to the sellers, there is no overhead cost such as rent, no need to pay rent, no need to pay staff salaries, no need to pay EB bills, no need to pay other expenses with respect to physical stores, right. So all this comes under overhead cost. So another major advantages of e-commerce business is that the scalability of the business is very high, right. Next comes the global reach, right. The audience, not only within the country, you can sell outside the country, but with the advantages comes with certain limitations, such as the feel of the products cannot be experienced with respect to the textiles and cosmetics, which is major disadvantage to the buyers. And online frauds that may happen, that is another major disadvantages to this e-commerce business, right. With these few words, we will see in the next video tomorrow. Thank you. Bye. And also, if you are not subscribed to our channel, please subscribe to our channel. Thank you so much, friends. Thank you for watching. Thank you. Bye.